Hello friends, welcome to all. Today we discuss the subject of electrical circuit analysis. In this subject, here we discuss the topic of sinusoidal wave analysis. In the previous video lecture, we discussed what is a sinusoidal waveform and how it is work on this circuit. In this video, now we discuss what the addition and subtraction of phasor and phasor related topics. Addition and subtraction and also multiplication and division are work in the phasor diagram. In the sinusoidal waveform, we know that they are work on a 0 to 360 degree in a clockwise direction. When the AC waveform are pick up at a high value, at a positive high value, and it is also in a negative high value saturation point. In a positive saturation, there is a angle between 90, there are output is a maximum. When the angle between 270 degree, the output will be negative maximum. So in the rotation of 0 to 360 degree, there are 2 points where the positive and negative maximum saturation condition. In a 180 degree rotation, the output is a 0, and also in a 360 degree the output will be also 0. Now in this video we discuss the topic of how the addition and subtraction work in a phasor relation. We know that before discussing the rule of addition and subtraction of phasor or complex quantities, everyone should recall the rule of addition and subtraction of scalar quantities, which may be positive or negative functions in a integer form. It may be stated that for the two operations, the quantities must be either phasor or complex. The example of phasor is voltage and current, and the complex quantities is impedance and admittance in this form. Impedance and admittance form we discuss in the next topic, which will the explain in the next section also. But one phasor and another complex quantities should not use in addition and subtraction operation. For the operation of addition and subtraction, the two phasor quantities must be explained in a rectangular form. Now in a rectangular form, as we take as value of a is equal to ax plus j into ay. We take some value of these quantities, and b is equal to bx plus j into by. If they are in a polar form, we write as a value of a is equal to a into angle theta a, and b is equal to b into angle theta b. There is a phasor form and there is a polar form, rectangular form. In this case, two phasor are to be transformed to the rectangular form by the procedure, or here the rule given are either for the addition and subtraction operation is both are real and imaginary part have to be separately treated as a value of c. Here the c is equal to a plus or minus b. There is a addition and subtraction are common form. By using the value of a plus or minus b, we write the value of a is equal to ax plus j into ay and b is equal to bx plus j into by form. So the output of addition and subtraction rule is ax plus or minus by for the real form, and plus in an imaginary form is ay plus by plus or minus by. There is a real part and there is a imaginary part of this system. For the output purpose, we write the value of ax plus or minus by in a common form of cx, and ay plus or minus by there is a common form of cy. Here where, so we can write here the value of cx is equal to ax plus or minus by, and cy is equal to ay plus or minus by. Here for the addition, real part must be added. So also in an imaginary part, some rule follow for the subtractions. After the result is obtained in a rectangular form, it can be transformed in a polar ones. It may be observed that the six value of a, b's and c's, the part of two phasor and resultant one, all the singular quantities through the example. When we take the value of a's and b's as a positive, the resulting is the positive values of c's. Here a is a positive form and b is also positive, so the c is output of c is also positive. The phasor angle, it may be four quantities. Through the angle are in first quadrant only, so the positive value, so the all angle are in first quadrant only. This rule for the addition can be extended in a three or more quantities as well, to be instance in a example for other quantities, which is given at end of the topic. Now we take the addition and subtraction of a two phasor, both represent are in polar form. Now here we draw the graph of a value. There is a output angle of them, when here it is a value of O quantities plus sign, and also there is a angle of them which is output purpose for the previous video lecture. There is a direct value of graph which will represent on a previous video lecture in the basis of them. There is a x direction, there is a y direction in a form. In a addition and subtraction operation, it can perform using quantities as a phasor in a polar form. In this figure, two phasors are A, o, A and B are in this figure. Here now we find the sum of them, there is a C, sum of them there is a C form, and a line of AC is drawn equal and parallel to OB. The line BC is equal and parallel to OA. Thus, we can write the value is C is equal to OC. So, OC is equal to OA plus AC, and OA plus AC is equal to OA plus OB in this figure. Now, by using this figure, OA plus OB is equal to A plus B also. By using all these quantities, we write the value of OC is equal to OB plus BC, but OB plus BC is equal to also OB plus OA. To obtain the difference of D, there is a OD in a line. A line AD is drawn equal and parallel to the OB, but in opposite direction of AC or BC in form. A line OE is also drawn equal to OB in this figure, but in opposite direction of OB. Both AD and OE represent in a phasor. There is a phasor will be negative sign, and negative sign their output will be minus B. The line ED is equal to OA, thus we can write the value of them is D is equal to OD. So OA plus AD is equal to OD. The output of this figure, there is also write the value of OA minus OB, but OA minus OB is the same of A minus B. For this example of them is numerical value and output of them by using to solve this form. By using this figure, it is a example purpose for the output of them. Now we discuss the multiplication and division of phasor. Firstly, the procedure for the multiplication in TEC. In this case, there is no reference being made to rule to involving the scalar quantities in a multiplication and division of this phasor. Now everyone familiar with them, assuming the two phasors are available in polar form. Two phasors are available in polar form, so we take the value of them is A is equal to A angle theta A and B is equal to B angle theta B. Otherwise, there are to be transformed for the rectangular to the polar form. This is also wide for the procedure for the division. Here we note that the phasor are to be multiplied by complex quantities only. To obtain the resultant phasor, a phasor is not normally multiplied with another phasor, except in special cases, some for the division. For the phasor, it is to be divided by the complex quantities only. To obtain the resultant phasor, the phasor is not normally divided by another phasor. To find the magnitude of A and B, the product of them is resultant is C. The two magnitude of this phasor are to be multiplied, where the phasor angle and phasor angle are added with some value. Now the output we should write the value of them is a C. So the C is equal to C angle theta C. Here are the multiplication value, so we can write the value output is A into B, A dot B. For the purpose of A, we can write A angle theta A and B is B into angle theta B. So the output of multiplication is A into B and angle theta A plus theta B. Here is a multiplication of this form, where C is equal to A into B and theta C is equal to theta A plus theta B. There is a resultant of them. Here we note that there is a same symbol of C is used to product in this case. Now to divide A by B to obtain the resultant is D. The magnitude is obtained by division of the magnitude, the value. The phasor difference of the two phase angle. Thus, now for the division purpose, here is the output is D. So the D is equal to D angle theta D. For the division value, we can write the D is equal to A upon B in a form. Now A value and B value, there is a division form. For the division purpose, here is the value of A. There is a angle theta A and B value is B angle theta B. For the output of them, we write the value of A upon B and angle between them. So here the angle is theta A minus theta B, where the value of D is equal to A upon B and theta D is equal to theta A minus theta B. If the phasor are explained in a rectangular form, the output of A is equal to AX plus J into AY and B is equal to BX plus J into BY form. For the rectangular form, by using them, where the output of is A root AX square plus AY square and angle of them is equal to tan inverse AY upon AX. The value of B are not given, as can be obtained by substituting B's and A's. So to find the product of them is equal to C. For the resultant output them is C is equal to C angle theta C. Here the value of C into angle theta c, so the output is a into b form. Here the value of a and b is ax plus j into ay and bx plus j into by. So we can write them is ax into bx minus ay into by for the real part, and for the imaginary part there is a j into ax bx, ax into by plus ax into bx. Here we note that the j value is an imaginary form and j square is equal to minus 1. The magnitude and phasor angle of the resultant phasor are C. So the C is equal to ax into bx minus ay into by square plus ax into by plus ay into bx square. In a whole part there is a root, so the output is in a root form ax square plus ay square and multiply with root, there is a bx square plus by square is equal to a into a dot b, and angle theta c is equal to tan inverse ax into by plus ay into bx and ax by minus ay into bx output. For the phasor angle there is a theta c, so output is theta a plus theta b. Theta a plus theta b is equal to tan inverse ay upon ax plus tan inverse by upon bx. Here the angle theta c, so the resultant value is tan inverse ay upon ax plus by upon bx and 1 minus ay upon ax into by upon bx. This is a common rule for the tan inverse in a output form. There is a mathematical step of them. Now by using this form we can write here the value of tan inverse is tan inverse ax into by plus ay into bx upon ax bx minus ay into by. In the above result are obtained for the simplification of them. There is a divide a by b to obtain the output is a d form. There is a division purpose. So for the division purpose there is a d is equal to dx plus j into dy. So value of them is a upon b, and a is equal to ax plus j into ay upon bx plus j into by. To simplify d, to obtain real and imaginary parts. Here both numerator and denominator are to be multiplied by the complex conjugate b. So in above conversion, the denominator is a real value only. The complex conjugate of b, there is a output of bx plus j by is equal to b star. For the complex conjugate purpose, output is b angle theta b. The complex conjugate, the sign is imaginary and real part for the negative purpose, and also in phasor angle for the negative. For the complex conjugate output, there is a d bar, so the value of them is a dx plus j dy. Output of resultant is ax plus j into ay, and multiply with them is bx minus j into by. And the value of imaginary part, output will be bx plus j by, and multiply with bx minus j by. So there is a value of is ax into bx plus ay into by upon bx square plus by square. There is a real part, and for the imaginary part there is a value of is j into ay into bx minus ax into by upon bx square plus by square. The magnitude and phasor angle of the resultant phasor are d. d is equal to ax bx plus ay into by square plus ay into bx minus ax into by square, whole is in root, upon bx square plus by square. So we can write the value is root ax square plus ay square upon root bx square plus by square. There is a upon b output, and angle of them is theta d. Theta d is equal to tan inverse ay bx minus ax by upon ax bx plus ay by. There is a addition and multiplication division rule of them.